What's up, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? Boogie298 coming at you live once again through the power of the internet. And I got a shipment from the folks over at Arcade1up, and I have a story to tell you. But first, let me show you what they sent. Yep, this looks like one of the fully assembled arcade cabinets for review, which is what they said they would send me. I'm not sure which one this is. I think it might be the Rampage/Joust one. But before we crack into this, I have to say some really bad stuff about Arcade1up, and then I'll say thank you for the cool machine they sent. So if you didn't see my last review video of my Deluxe Arcade Asteroids/Centipede machine, I need you to know this because I reached out to the company to talk to them about it, and I'm still kind of upset about it. So let me show you what the problem was. So here is my Deluxe machine, and as you can see, it's got games on it like Tempest that require a spinner. Now, I'm going to say that I have played with the buttons quite a bit, and the buttons are stiff, but I like them. The trackball is decent. It's not amazing. It's definitely not as spinny as I would like it to be, but it's good. The spinner, however, for Tempest and other games like it, absolute garbage. And I contacted the company to talk to them about that, and that's why they offered a different machine for review, but I wanted to include in this review that you do not want to buy the Deluxe machine because this spinner is awful. Terrible, terrible spinner. And also the Asteroid machine, or sorry, the Centipede machine, the Tempest machine that uses this spinner on it, you don't want that machine. Avoid that machine. Now, the good news is when I contacted Arcade1up and I told them about the problem, they admitted that they knew there was a problem with the spinner, that they would put the 2019 versions of the machines would have much better spinners as well. You can loosen up the spinner by opening it up and make it a little bit better, so on and so forth. They apologized. They told me how to fix the problem, and they said that they would fix it moving forward. But that said, it sounds like to me they were aware that that was probably not the highest quality spinner when they released the machine. I think that kind of sucks. So hopefully the machine they sent me for review this time is a little bit better. But I can absolutely tell you, if you want to play Tempest, you don't want to buy that arcade cabinet. Okay, problem number one. We just realized that when they dropped this off, it was upside down. So hopefully nothing in here is damaged. I can't believe UPS shipped it upside down. Secondly, please keep in mind, when you get your machine, it's going to come in a flat pallet. You need to put it together. It's got about a 30-minute assembly time. You can refer to my other Arcade1up video to see what that's like. Oh, but my first impression of this Rampage machine, pretty sexy. Here it is, fully assembled out of the box. We still have to take it out of the foam and the plastic, but man, if they all shipped like this, it'd be another $100 because of shipping and costs and everything. But honestly, man, it would be so much easier if you just unbox it and just start playing. What am I complaining about? They sent this one for review, though, so can't complain too much. For those of you who enjoy this kind of thing, here we go. Oh, yeah. There we go. Nice, clean screen. Yeah. Oh, man, that goes right down. That goes right down into the assembly. This is the problem with them assembling it for you, I guess. All right, now look at this cabinet. I don't remember the original Rampage, controllers, but this looks really good. I mean, obviously you got the climb, the jump, the punch. These arcade sticks are incredible. The glass looks amazing. Look at the art on this, and the marquee is fantastic. I do wish these marquees lit up. I mean, overall, this is a really, really gorgeous machine. Oh, man, I can't wait to play. All right, let's get this hooked up because I want to see how it plays. Now, this one did not come with a riser. Remember, the riser is an optional thing, and it costs $30. So to give you an idea of a height comparison, that is quite the difference there for sure. Absolutely big difference between the machine. There's no way I'm going to be playing this Rampage one without setting down. So let's set down. All right, second impression here is I want you to realize how small this controller is. This is built for 3 players. Now, I think I could easily sit over here to the side and play. I think somebody else could easily sit over here to the side and play. You're going to have a child to play the middle person here. There's very little room. Let me show you what I mean. I mean, look at this. Look, I'm wider than this cabinet, just me, and obviously I'm a very large person. But even if I'm all the way over here trying to play, and someone is all the way over here trying to, who's fitting here? I'm glad they put 3 controllers in here. I really appreciate it. But come on, this needed to be twice as wide for that to ever happen. But I think 2 players is doable, especially since the controls are all the way over here. But yeah, no way. I'm in to play like this. Here are the games that are included in this one. We have Rampage, Gauntlet, Joust, and Defender. Now these are 4 really good games, and the retail on this box is about $300. So, let's power it up and let's play some games. There we go. Whew, I got a little worried there for a second. So Rampage, along with Gauntlet, two of my favorite quarter munchers. I did enjoy them both quite a bit. And I have to say, looking at this, looks really, really good. The screen looks amazing. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the way they've emulated it, or this looks just like the arcade machine, which is really funny because when I try to emulate this game anywhere else, it doesn't. Maybe they match the resolution, maybe... I honestly don't know. What is it that makes this game look so good compared to other arcade games or other ways to do it? I tried to play Rampage on televisions before and emulators before, and it never looks this good. Well, I don't know what it is, but they sure got it right. Good job, Arcade1up. Beautiful. I think this is the one that most people are going to buy this cabinet for. Everybody's going to want to play Gauntlet, and being able to play 3-player Gauntlet is probably a really, really cool thing. Now, whether or not you're going to be able to fit 3 people here is a whole other thing. But will you be able to play all the different classes on one controller? There's 4 different classes. This game is originally meant to have 4 players. So explain to me how this is going to work on a 3-player setup. Okay, I figured it out. This is not a 4-player version of Gauntlet. This is the 2-player version of Gauntlet, and you can actually just pick your class by pressing up, down, left, and right. I had seen a 2-player version of Gauntlet in the arcades, and that's what this is. No surprise here. What is surprising, though, is it has setups for 3 players, and they went with the 2-player version of the game, which I guess was the cheapest and fastest and easiest solution. But like I said, I don't think you were able to fit 3 people at this thing anyway, so... Just like every emulated version of Gauntlet, it kind of takes the fun out of it because you can just add quarters to max out your health, and you can add as many quarters as you want. So I'm basically immortal.
Welcome.
Though, I gotta say, just like Rampage, it looks really good. Doesn't look as good as Rampage, though. But still looks really good. God, I do love Gauntlet. Even though I've never beaten this emulated or otherwise, today is going to be the day. Now, this is probably the one I'm most excited about on this arcade. I love Rampage. I love Gauntlet. Joust, though, is like a personal favorite of mine. So I'm really curious just to see if they got Joust right. It's kind of hard to mess up Joust. And as long as this is a 2-player version of the game, I'm going to be in heaven. Oh, man, I wish my phone could capture this, but look at the colors. Look at the colors on the... Oh, my goodness. Yep, this game looks gorgeous. This is such a weird game, because yes, I am flying ostriches around, trying to joust other ostriches off of their ostriches, and when I do, they turn into eggs, which will then hatch into larger dudes, which then get picked up by ostriches, and don't forget there's a pterodactyl. I don't understand who invented this game, or even why, or what they were thinking. I do love playing it. It's this screen versus the Deluxe screen, or maybe it's the games that I'm playing on this screen, but this looks so good compared to my Deluxe version. I am really surprised. Now, this is my first time playing with a joystick because the other system had to have the trackball and the spinners and just the buttons. The buttons are about the same, so if you like the buttons on the other machines, you like the buttons here. This joystick on the left seems a little clunky at first. It's definitely very clicky, which I guess is probably what people want in an arcade machine. Your mileage may vary. But it's fairly accurate so far. I haven't had any problems yet, so this is definitely a better quality than the spinner, but that's not saying much. Final classic game is Defender, and I mean, honestly, it's pretty hard to mess up Defender. Never one of my favorite games. Never really did understand it when I was a kid. I played the Atari version, and it made very little sense as well, so let's see if this version makes any more sense. I'm sure it has to do better, right? It has to be better than what I remember. No, okay, there's a thrust button. There's left and right? Is that it? No, there's up and down. Oh, and then there's a reverse button. What a weird setup for a game. Isn't there a fire button? Can't I fire?